Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager. It's the Pro Cyclist mode. We're on to episode number 37. We're here in Season 4, and we're at Österreich-Rundfahrt, so the Tour of Austria. Canty, Herrada, La Torre are all among the favorites for the stage. I'm currently in 10th place, 12 seconds off the lead as we head into this second stage. 180k. No effect race day condition as I'm at a 0.
Welcome. The route is fairly hilly, so there should be plenty of action.
Wearing the #1 jersey. Leader. Most of the guys are set as teammate. And it looks like I have a -1 on the day, but not going to hurt me in any way, what I have here. Herrada for the moment is set as my shield guy, but now it's Phil Joen. There's Phil Joen. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, this first climb, it's long, it's steep, but it's early in the stage. So it should be simple to get up and over the top of that one. These last couple climbs, though, there's going to be a bit more action towards the end. So I'll see you before this Category 2 climb. After this breakaway group gets established, that's a lot of riders trying to take off and get out into the breakaway, but nobody seems to be chasing them down at the moment. So they're going to be allowed to go and go and go. At some point, I might have to send somebody to chase down some of these guys, as we can't have that big of a group. It also depends on who is out there. Yeah, movie star trying to track it down at the moment. There's 14 riders ahead. Let's see, 3:53, minute 49 for Backart. 3:50, 3:56. So a minute 50 is all that we can actually give these guys in the end. So we got to make sure they don't get too far out in front. 14 riders is a bit much for a stage like this, but it should be manageable. I might have to burn a guy or two trying to pull back the breakaway late on, but unless we're having trouble closing them back down, I'll see you a little bit before the penultimate. Alright, so the last of the breakaway group starting to fall apart. There were 13 riders now from an original 14. The majority of the group is now less than a minute ahead, with one man trying to break out from there. There are a handful of riders off the back. We've got 105 in the peloton, as we are just about to the base of the Category 2 climb. This one's pretty short. It is somewhat intense, so there will be some damage done from this. We definitely need to step it up here. The 13 breakaway riders are back together. They are just over a minute up the road now, and I actually have no support right now. And as much as I would like to up the effort cursor and do something here, and not let Conradi get away. Looks like he's not going to do a nibbly. Looks like he could be trying to do something. Alright, most of the breakaway group just got reeled in. Now there's only a few riders left. Nibbly still right here at the front. I'm doing just fine keeping up for now. Peloton shrinking pretty quick. Remember, we just picked up about 10 riders, and we're smaller than we were by close to 10, so we've had nearly 20 riders go out the back end. Rue, one of the riders left. Not worried about the points here. Movie star definitely at the helm now. There's Valverde, Andre Amador, Belda on the front. Hugard was just in the breakaway group, so he's not going to hang on for long.
Falling behind.
Little Joan going to the front. Not necessarily working for me. He's working for Hirata or Latore, who were supposed to be contenders for the stage. So I actually have no support here to the finish line, despite having 4 guys here in the peloton. Just 2 riders left, Bonifond and Backart. Backart's, I think, the highest placed. Let's see. Yeah, minute 49. 2:49 at Bonifond. Alright, there was a little more climbing there. We've got a bit of a downhill section, and then the real climbing towards the finish will happen. There is that little bit of a climb to the end. There could be a few seconds there, but I think most of this group will still be together after this climb.
Only 15 kilometers
Quick
left.
false flat before we actually start that final climb. Things are stretching out a little bit.
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
Hubler, Holman, DeMarquis. There's Backart being caught right now.
The pack is putting the squeeze on the breakaway. A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack.
This is right where I wanted to
They don't
be.
have anybody in the breakaway group.
Now this is not right where I wanted to be. There we go. Postelberger. 11K to go in the stage. I'm hanging on here. I'm not looking to attack. Just want to be near the front, ready to cover any
The riders
acts
are
of
entering the
aggression
last 10
when they come.
kilometers
There's
of the stage.
Valverde. Backart nearly caught. 10 seconds. There's DeMarquis going.
Terms with the breakaway group. And he moves on to the attack. It could be decisive.
Valverde. This could break. It is breaking up the peloton. Just 23 riders now. 22. DeMarquis still leading it out. Amador losing him. Polenk. There's Ben O'Connor. DeMarquis looks like he might be getting caught here. Just 10 seconds now. We're nearly over the top. Nearly over the top. Back off, and just maintain position. There we go. We'll go over the top here, recover a little bit on the downhill. I do still have my gel for the final climb, so that's certainly a good thing. And I am recovering a little bit. In fact, we're still just now getting over the top, and I'm starting to recover. So that's something not many riders are going to be able to say. Just 17, now 19 back in the peloton, as a couple guys latch back on. I'm going to pause here for a second. How close to this finish line are we? We have 3.3K, and that's only a 1K climb at the end. So it's about 1K. Let's go ahead and use that gel now. 2.7. Now all of a sudden I'm to the back. All these guys now. Meanwhile, I'm starting to refresh myself though. We'll start to put that pressure on. Pressure on.
Strong men are giving their all.
And now we sprint the last 500 meters. Not going to win the stage. Not too worried about that. This is not my kind of stage. I've got same time as everyone else. That's just fine with me. Zervogel gets the win. Ben O'Connor second. Krug Anderson, DeMarquis, Amador, Polenk, Keniak, Visho, Gonclaves, Bussato, Rugg, myself 12th. And there's our small group finish. Castroviejo probably going to get the same time. Postelberger probably not. But we get 17 or 18 on the same time. A bunch of others. These guys definitely losing time. That's almost 2 minutes from when we cross the line. So, no, not a stage win, but not what I needed anyway. Not my kind of stage for that. So just happy to be in the group and have it be a small group at that. We'll check the standings before we jump into stage number 3. Half an hour gone by, still A number of riders coming in, one by one. Final guy still about 5 minutes away, it looks like. And there we go. Everybody's in.
The best moments of the day.
So, small team guy, Vogel, 76, not bad. An Austrian, so it's an Austrian team. So good for them that they were able to grab the win. And there's time gaps. Okay, so Castroviejo did not get the same time, just the 17. And I thought they might put him on the same time. These guys are time bonuses, first or second stage. And then it's 12 seconds on back to a group of just 15 riders left now in contention. It's 2 minutes down to anyone else. And in terms of under 25s, just 4 of us left. Sir Vogel is one of them. Not worried about him on harder stages. Not worried about Rugg on harder stages. He's a sprinter. And Monticello. So I should easily have the under 25s here, but they want me to win the whole thing. We're going to move on to stage number 3. We're well over halfway towards level 20. Another 270 points to go. It'll take a little while to get that next level up. But here in stage 3, you can see we're really going to start to separate the field. I am the favorite for the stage. And remember, a lot of the better riders are at the Tour de France right now. So Phil Joen is even in the favorites. Sir Vogel is in the favorites. Vani, let's see. Ravassi's a 77. DeMarquis is a 76. Acorn's a 77. Ben O'Connor, the only other true climber, at an 80. So if I could shake Ben O'Connor, I will definitely win the stage. I'm not going to try to attack too hard. I'll see if I can use, what was it, Phil Joen as a lead out guy to really thin that field down for a while before he himself gets worn out, probably halfway up the climb, and then I'll go from there. Looks like I'm fitness-wise at an 85 at the moment heading into this stage, so...
This morning, some of the riders were carrying wide smiles. It goes without saying that it was neither the sprinters nor those who prefer the flat. Yes, it was the climbers.
Yes, it was the climbers.
The spotlight will be on them.
All right, now the only thing about this is it's an easy stage until the climb. So no damage will be done, but I'm on a beautiful +2. Look at that, an 86. +5s here. There is absolutely no reason I should not win the stage. The only thing that is a factor is that this climb at the end is super steep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's no reason I should win this. The only thing is there's not going to be... it's the full field as you head into that. So... we'll have the entire field. So I will have to make sure my strategy is sound and we're at the front and the breakaway group isn't too far away either to make sure that I can get after the stage as well as the overall race lead. So I'll be working on that. I'll be managing that, and we won't come back immediately at the climb. We will come back a little bit before that to see the setup. As I prepare, I should have full team at my disposal today, and that is helpful after essentially being on my own on that last stage, and thus being happy with whatever that was, 12th place. 14 riders in the breakaway group, that's a bit much. But that's manageable enough. Finally, up to the front. Still guys that want to get in that breakaway group or reel that breakaway group back in. We'll let them do their thing. But I'll see you back for the final third of the stage. 31K left to go in the stage. And a lot of damage being done to the field as we chase down a breakaway group now of just 5 riders. The original breakaway group was caught, and then about half of them were able to get away. We had 6 riders for quite a while, but that is down to 5 now. Their lead is just 2 minutes, and the peloton itself is quite small, just 42 riders. The pace has been pretty hot on this stage. So I am obviously in really good shape, but the rest of my team, not so much. Canty is a bit weak right now. Lattori, not a mountain guy. Denifil looks like he's my guy today. So Denifil is who I'm going to want at the end. So I want Denifil protected for now. So Canty, I want you to protect Denifil, and I will first use Phil Joan, whatever he's got. So Lattori will lead the way. Yes, that's good. And Harada will also. So we'll get you also on top, leading that chase. Just 49 seconds now, so this is going to be more about setting a pace. Harada's not going to last long here. Neither is Lattori. 20K to go. Harada going to the front. Conradi going to the front. There we go. Now there's a chase on. Why don't you just go ahead and relax. Just go ahead and relax. I'm in good shape. I'm just worried about the support. Denifil's about the only guy I've got left now. Denifil is right there. Why don't we just go ahead and set you up now. Denifil, go ahead and shield me. Set these guys all to auto.
The pace is so high that a few riders are going to be very sore at the end of the day.
Harada got on his own there for a second.
15 kilometers to the finish line.
Alright, so minute 13. I'm not worried about that kind of gap, especially with just 5 riders. And a peloton, a peloton that had shrunk so much but is now suddenly back together. Denifil, how you looking? Yeah, you're hanging in there. You'll last a little while on the climb. But as tired as we are, I know other teams are going to be pretty tired too. And again, Ben O'Connor is the only one that I necessarily need to worry about. Nielsen Palace is here, though. I'm surprised he's not among the favorites. Palace, just a 70. Wow. Okay, he's really developed his time trial, but in 4 seasons, he has not developed his climbing ability much at all. I know there's plenty of Americans that have high hopes for Nielsen Palace to develop as a future stage racer with some potential, maybe not Grand Tour potential, but certainly to a competitive standpoint. Alright, 49 seconds, so those guys are just right there already as we hit the base of the climb. I need to start moving upward at an 80. This is not a big deal, but we are too far back, and I'm getting caught in traffic as a bunch of guys decided they wanted to get up. Busato's, oh no, that's in the breakaway, not worried about him. Denifil, where'd you go? What happened, Denifil? Okay, you're right behind me. Don't kill yourself to get ahead. Now, meanwhile, I don't need to kill myself, but there's O'Connor and Palank trying to go for it, so yeah, there you go. 8 riders. We'll go 84. Denifil shielded me for a little bit, but it's only 5.5K, and Denifil just like that, done. There's O'Connor, so he's doing his pace. Meanwhile, I'm just going to mark Palank here for a moment as we're down to just 3 riders. I'm going at my pace, and I'm not worried about O'Connor being 20 seconds away. because I'm going to last a lot longer than he is. Yeah, he's not pulling away. In fact, it looks like we are slowly catching up to him, and he's off on his own. I can actually relax once we kind of make it up to him here for a bit. There we go. Group of 3, just maintain position.
A team leader is falling behind.
I can probably ride away from this one pretty soon here, but I like this little breather. Yeah, group of 5 now. There we go. It's going to be that time. I'm going to try to leave these guys behind. It's already back down to 4. I do just a little acceleration here, right around this corner. I need to use my gel. This is the time to use my gel. Wait for that to kick in. Yeah, O'Connor is the only one left now. And he's going to fall off the back. There we go, off on my own. 85 is just fine. 1K to go. There's the top. I'm going to be able to sprint this one out.
Who's going to be the first to the line today?
Big gap. It's over a minute now. Almost to the finish line. 100 meters to go. We're getting that slow-mo, but the gap is a minute and a half to Ben O'Connor. So yeah, this was pretty easy on the win. Played it smart, just kept it cool. I knew I was stronger than these guys. And there we go, big win. Almost 2 minutes. Should be Ben O'Connor second. There he is, Ben O'Connor, about 2 minutes behind. Polanc third, DeMarquis fourth. They came in together. Valverde all the way down there in 5th. There's Amador, Zervogel. So I'm going to have a very, very nice, comfortable lead after this one. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the next stage. I'll see you out there.
Some riders were not giving it their all and sharing the pace.
Alright, we're starting to see splits both in the breakaway group and the peloton. The whole peloton's still together. There's just one rider off the back, though we are starting to see little breaks in the group as the pace has intensified here with just 23k to go in the stage. You can see that most of the final 23k is uphill. But really only the one steeper section that turns this into a hill stage and not a sprint stage. It'll leave quite a few riders behind. But there's breakaway group, 7 of those 9 riders, and actually all 9 back together again. Just 40 seconds ahead, and we're about to go into that 20k banner.
Gujar is off.
Bit of damage already done, even to me. About halfway gone. I'm on a race day condition of 0, but my fitness is high enough at 98% to get some +1s nearly across the board. And we're about to go on the flat here for a little bit, so we'll speed things up for now.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group. The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage.
Alright, so I've got Canty. I think those 8 riders will definitely get caught on this uphill section. And even if they don't, it shouldn't hurt anything. I'm not looking to win this stage. I'm not a sprinter, and I'm not a hill climber. Just want to make sure I don't get left behind. Alright, there's the climb. Speed. Slow the speed back down here. Amador, Visho, Keniak, these guys are looking for the stage, and they are starting to split off. Now I've got a big lead. I don't want to lose time here. There's no reason for it. Alright, how far up are we? First section, there's 3 sections. We're about to hit the second one right now. The second one's shorter, so the longest section, we're about halfway up the climb already. And at an 81, I'm doing just fine. All that's left is Pete Keniak. Let's not hit the cameraman. Cameraman, get away! You're too close. Okay, Peloton down to 16 riders all of a sudden. 1 section of climb left. And at my 81 here, I'm holding just fine, but I think I'm going to have to step that up just a little. 82. Here we go. Here's an attack from Poulenc. Keniak caught. Let's use that gel. Poulenc off and going. Lattori. Drop to the back of the group here as I don't have much left. 4K to go. Just 7 riders here in the group. And they're pretty much on full effort. 3K, and I'm about to get myself dropped here. I don't have control of Lattori, otherwise I would reel him back in. 1K to go. 1K to go. So we are going to be able to sprint it out at least. Okay, go ahead. Sprint, 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 sprint for the end. Sprint for the end. Not going to win. I'm not worried about that. But Valverde, he's going to get 7 seconds. 8, 9, 10, 11 seconds. Not worried about that. And I get 3rd on the stage, so I'm actually going to pick up a couple seconds anyway. Valverde's way back, so no worries. That actually ended up working out pretty dang well as we hung in there. Lattori gets 4th too, so good for Solomon there. Vogel was here in the group. Ben O'Connor, Keniak were both in the group. DeMarquis, Amador. So same guys that were up there in the last stage, but of course very, very small time gap from Valverde back to the rest of us. Let's go ahead and check in on the overall standing to see where we're at. So I'll speed things up as we get everyone in. Just a few riders left. Oof, this one rider is well down. He was dropped quite early. It's coming in right about now. Half an hour down. There we go.
And here are the race highlights
Clay is injured. So nice. 3rd place finish. Without really aiming for anything. So yeah, 11-second gap. That's nothing. 41-second gap from Monticello back. And then a minute 17. So 2-minute lead now over Ben O'Connor. 3.5 to Poulenc. DeMarquis 4:15. There's Valverde in 5th. He only picked up 11 seconds plus the 10-second bonus, but I did pick up 2 seconds myself. So lost about 20 seconds there to Valverde, but he's 5 minutes down, so that is not a concern at all. 4th in the sprint points, 4th in the climbers, of course leading the under 25s by almost 6 minutes now. And the team is 3rd. I picked up 18 points last stage, 26 points this stage. Last stage I was expected to win, so that's why I didn't get a whole lot of points. This stage I didn't have any expectations, so I was able to pick up more by getting 3rd place. It's different when you do what is expected of you versus pulling punches and surprising. Stage 5, we will definitely jump in for that final climb. It's only 92K, so actually this first climb is likely going to be intense. So let's just go ahead and go through this whole stage here. Yeah, I've still got about 15 minutes of time left for this episode. I don't want to get it all in this stage. We'll see how this initial climb is, if the pace is intense. If it's not, we'll go ahead and skip to the base of the final climb.
Well, today we're in for a great mountain stage.
Of course, as the race leader, I get the advantage of starting front and center. Expectation, win the stage again. +3 race day condition. Yet again. And even stronger this time. +7s in the stamina resistance. Stamina is not really going to be a factor with just 92k. But we are a +2 here, so damage can certainly be done. Okay. Pusado, Bonifant, Puccio, Minton. A couple of those guys have been in every breakaway group. There goes Nielsen Palace. And I would be happy if it's just 4 or 5 riders. So I'm not chasing them down to try to win the stage. Bahrain Merida trying to chase these guys down though. Okay, pace not a big deal right now. I'm at a 70 and I'm not getting dropped even if it's blinking red. Another group trying to attack. That's not what I wanted to see. The moment we back off a little. Okay, Latori, you're on protection duty, so who else do I have up here? Canty, you are going to relay at a 75. Phil Jowett, relay at a 75. It's too many riders trying to get away, so we are going to chase this latest group down. I don't want a group this big. Oh, it's Backart and these guys. I don't want these. Okay, Matero, you chase them down. That's good. We don't have to waste our energy. But that's too many riders away right now. There were, what, 4, 5, 6 at the front? And that's another 9. I mean, that's 15, 20 riders on such a short stage. If this was 230k, that would be one thing. I'm doing just fine on a 70, so. So we're working the front, and yes, they have gotten away. But we're just not going to let them get very far away. I am the race leader anyway. It's our job to protect that lead. But we're going to speed things up as we're definitely not going crazy right now. Ooh, McClay's already been dropped. Really? Well, he's hurt. And a sprinter. And we just caught up to some of the guys, and the peloton split. That's surprising. Alright, now, here's what I'm going to do briefly as we're well over the top. Just 8 riders away now, so that makes me happy. We're going to back this off to a 72. Back you off to a 72. Back you off to a 72. Denifil will be my guy, so I'll keep him protected. Harada, yeah, that minus race day condition. You can protect me for now. We'll save Denifil. No, Denifil, you are not. You're going to just stay put and relax. So these guys all have 72. Keep that group at the front relatively close. It's also doing a bit of damage to that peloton. Some of them will recover in time, but not everybody. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and speed things up a bit. That pace was intense enough that I'll just have you stay with me. I mean, we're already on the valley floor here. It's only 51k to go, but we will go to fast speed here through the sprint point. Okay, Team Sky getting involved.
There's a sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely won't be able to keep up.
Right up these guys to a 73. Just a little bit faster. Denifil's still relaxing. Harada is doing just fine. Breakaway group actually splitting. It split more than once. Halfway across the valley floor here. 30k left in the stage. Again, I'm going to be a strong favorite today. However, how steep is this one compared? The steepness of the last climb had a big impact on that one. This one's not quite as steep. Not quite as steep. It'll be harder to drop guys on this one, but it's definitely a longer climb, and it's pretty continuous. Alright, it's 2:29 in the breakaway group. They have really stepped up their pace. Let's go 75. You guys need to start tracking them down before they get out of reach.
The pace is really hot, so for the moment
here.
we shouldn't see too many attacks.
Rada's doing fine. Okay, we are coming up on the base of the climb already. Minute 50 to the group, so we're starting to track them down. I'm going to keep these guys on their current order of a 75. Denifil, don't you get dropped. You are coming in after Harada, so I want you to stay right here.
There's an attack in the group at the front.
Okay, Sky trying to lead things out.
The pack is putting the squeeze on the breakaway. There are just 15 kilometers left.
And that's fine by me. It's going to save my guys for a little bit. Four of the breakaway riders are quite close already.
Many riders, the percentages are very high.
That's a sprint point? Okay. Interesting sprint point. Alright, so 76 here. 76. Canty's going to be done in a moment, it looks like. Let's go ahead and just set you to automatic. You're done, Canty. Stay alive as long as you can. Get to the top of the climb. Good work today. Thank you. Okay, Viljoen going towards the front. Sky still leading the way. Okay, here was that part where things leveled off a little bit, so Clay's long gone. Canty's about to go out the back. Peloton's at 100 riders. We're about to catch most of the breakaway group. Okay, Harada. Whoa, whoa, Harada. Hey, your job's not done. And Denifil, where did you go? Canty is not providing the protection. No, sir. Denifil, I'm going to gently have you relay, just so that you're up front. So that you can switch to protecting me as soon as Harada runs out of juice. Viljoen, hanging on, leading the way. He's the last one. Lattori is done. Canty is done. This is how stretched out the field is. Look at that. There's Canty about to go out the back. Lattori. Denifil slowly making his way up where I want him. Viljoen still leading the pack. We got one rider left that we're giving chase to. And Harada is nearly done here. Okay. So it is time for Denifil. Denifil. Protect. I'm using these guys while I can. It's still 9k to the top, and I'm the strongest. I've got no worries about that. Viljoen just about done here. He's gonna get dropped. Give it your all. Infinite relay 99. Go, 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 go. 40 riders and shrinking. Now we're catching the guy at the front, so for me, I'm nice and comfortable right now, and I'm sure a lot of guys are not. So as long as Denifil's hanging on, we'll go a little bit longer. Peloton's still shrinking, so job's getting done. Harada's nearly done. Let's set you to auto. Here's the back end of the Peloton. 29 riders just kind of hanging in there. 7.5k, so not a big deal. That Busato's still away. or that I'm not attacking yet. We got plenty of time to do that. And I'm strong. Probably can't say that about much of anyone else. Keniak's probably doing okay. Castroviejo's probably doing okay. Visho might be doing okay. Alright, let's up this. This is not enough. So let's up tempo. I'm gonna go 82 here. Use up Denafil. There we go. Instant 5 guys off the back. Denafil down to 4 guys. So we made our move at the right time. Denafil got me up there. 5K to go, and on an 82, I'm already ridden it down to just O'Connor and Keniak. 2 riders now, just O'Connor, just hanging on. At an 82, I'm doing just fine. He's going to do his damage and just hang on as long as he can. It's 4K. I'll speed it up a little bit as I'm just going to ride nice and comfortable. Okay, we have not dropped him, so we're going to go up to an 84. And he's drifting, and he's off the back. Okay, I'm all alone, 2K to go. Let's ride this out. Gel, 85. Let's go 86. Let's ride away, 54 seconds. A minute. 1.2. 1K. Let's go 87. 89. 500 meters. 200 meters. Sprint to the finish. Sprint to the finish. Push it, push it. Take more time out of these guys. And another victory. 2.5 minutes and counting to O'Connor. Too easy. 3 minutes. That was 3.5 to O'Connor. That last sprint at the end just destroyed these guys. Demarquis, Polank. They haven't even had enough finishers to speed this up yet. Valverde 6th. Diaz-Gallego ahead of him. Zervogel, Monticello, Keniak all the way down in 9th. Ouch, he blew up. Remember, he was right behind O'Connor. He was in that final group of 3. Iljoen takes 16th. Last man of the breakaway, Busada, was 15th. Castroviejo all the way down to 19th. Not a strong finish for him. Oh, Denafil. Denafil's up there in 12th. Hirata takes 25th. Okay, speed it up. Check the times. I'm absolutely going to win the overall for this race. So that's 2 stage wins plus the overall. I'm 5 minutes ahead, 5.5 minutes ahead now. I think we're ready for the Tour de France. Next year, though, the calendar's too heavy, too full to fit that in. 2 Grand Tours when I originally had 0 scheduled is, I think 1 scheduled actually, is enough. But I think we'll go for all 3 next season. So 3.5 minutes to Ben O'Connor, 5 minutes to Demarquis. And the overall now at 5.5 minutes, Polank, Demarquis, Valverde, Zervogel, Diaz-Gallego, Amador, Felosi, and Visho are the top 10. And just huge time gaps here. Withdrawals, there's a number. Out of time, just the 1. They're allowing some pretty big gaps. I mean, that's just, what, 4 stages now? And it's 2 hours and 18 minutes back. 2nd in the sprint now. Ben O'Connor still on top of that one. 3rd in the mountains. 12.5 minutes in the young riders. And the team, we've jumped up ahead of Movistar up into 2nd. Bora Hansgrohe still on top of that one. And again, just 18 points despite winning, because that was the expectation. Let's get on to the next one. Still a handful of stages to go, but it's getting pretty comfortable at this point. And in terms of time, it's about all the time that I had for this one. I'm actually favored again, even though it's a hill stage, but you can see there's some definite climbs, so it's more of a mountain stage than a hill stage. And we might leave guys behind a lot earlier on this stage. Enough so that, let me check things here. Enough so that I think this is going to have to squeeze into the next episode, because stage 8 here, tactically, I kind of want to go early. I want to use a lot of my team up there on that first Category 1 climb. Leave a lot of the field behind, use up the last of the climbers on that next climb, and maybe try to go for the win from a long ways away. Or it could totally blow up in my face and we lose out, so maybe not. If it doesn't work, I could lose more than 5 minutes. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll have to find out what happens on the final 3 stages here with the next episode, because that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.